Hey everybody, one of Wisdom here. It is Tuesday, April 15th, 3:12 a.m. If you wonder why I was stuttering and stumbling, it might have something to do with the time frame that we're currently working with. That said, I'm not going to bore you with the explanation on why I'm doing this one. Ultimately, I decided on the 5-video format. I'd recorded Free Ranger, standard Free Ranger prior to any of this. The good news is I had not upgraded Legendary Free Ranger, therefore we just did his base upgrades. That'll kind of follow format. Subsequently, what I'm going to do now is take a top and bottom path with him. Separate videos for that. This one will be the top path. We're going to go ahead and take Wind Slasher. I really liked Storm Focus, that charged up attack. That's his tertiary. Does 80 damage. It kind of gives him like a longer range attack, in my opinion. Probably makes him more well-rounded. The reason I took that path with standard Free Ranger, as far as I'm concerned, just from the base upgrades, his Storm Blades more than sufficient for what I need to accomplish. That said, I also thought, okay, that Storm Focus might bomb. Legendary takes Wind Slasher, probably going to be a pretty, solid choice. It has the least likelihood of disappointing, but then again, the flip side is your character might not be as well rounded. That said, we don't know what the damage numbers are just yet. We're going to find that out right now. So we're going to back out of here. This is a Legendary Free Ranger with the base upgrades, top and bottom. Let's take a look at what he can do on the top side right now. These are really funky. The numbers you want to remember, 32 and 54. You'll see like two others thrown in there from time to time. 81, for example, right there. But the other thing he can do on the top end, you do 1, 2, 3, and then he shoots out that puff of air, which has really great range. It does 54 damage, and I think that's going to be a huge asset for anyone that prefers the top end, or I should say primary attack. Now, we'll come in here. As you can see, we're at the point where we have to pick a path. Again, if you want to see Storm Focus, which is really cool in my opinion, check out my Free Ranger upgrade video. I say that because, like I said, he was one of the first, him and Boomjet 2, that I recorded. It was before my Guinea Pigs, Freeze Blade, and Trap Shadow. So it's in one really long video. Again, I ultimately decided it would be easier for you in terms of viewing, research, making decisions, or resetting, purchasing other characters, to just be able to come in and search Legendary Free Ranger Wind Slasher, and that's what you'll see here. So Storm Focus sadly will be tucked away in the post there for Free Ranger. That said, if you take that link at the top of the video description box, I have a cheat sheet for you on the blog post. It lists out damage numbers for the base upgrades, both paths, the soul gem, everything. If that piques your interest, then you can scroll through the video, find it there, whatever works best for you. Nonetheless, we're going to take Wind Slasher now, which, like I said, I think it's got some serious potential here, just based on the fact that they're doing ridiculous damage right now, which we will call it officially 32 and 54 with a freak 81 here and there. So use the Wind of the Storm Blades to catch enemies in devastating combos. So let's go ahead and pick this path. Again, nice they tell you this. Again, the swappers, once you pick one, you're locked in. You have to reset. Or if you really love the path and you think the other one's wicked cool too, go ahead and buy a second character. Works out well in the case of setups like Free Ranger and Legendary Free Ranger. You don't have to buy the exact same character. We're going to select that. Come up here. Our first one is called Slicing Storm. Hold Y to charge the Storm Blades, release for a devastating combo attack. It runs 960, all my prices with the 18 Wing Sapphires. Probably can't buy the next one, but I'm going to look at it. Yeah, it'll be pretty much typical Swap Force fashion. First attack on the upgraded path does something, and then the second one enhances it. So we're going to take a look right here, getting charged up for the combo. Alright, there's our 32, 54, there's the Wind Slash, 48, 81. That's it, you just hold it. Yeah, this should be wicked cool. He cannot move. I mean, he can rotate 360 degrees, but like in terms of walking forward, strafing, not an option. Let's see what happens here. Wow. I counted like 9. We're gonna have to redo that, obviously. Bunches of 18s and a 70 on the finish. About a 2.5 second load time there. I think it's 9 18s and then a 70, which is ridiculous. 9 18s would be 972, and then a 70, if my math is right. I'm really tired, but 972 and 70 would be what, 1042? Yes, please. That is really good. Significant damage would be dealt there. Probably take down pretty much anything short of something with high defense or spell punks involved. Let's do it one more time. Yeah, I'm getting 9 and then the 70 for a total of 10 numbers there. Let me just, right now, I'm just going to hold Y down immediately. You'll see him slash once, and then it'll be the countdown. So I'll try to count it for you. 1 Mississippi, 2, I mean right there, and it's ready to go. Let's see if there's range on this thing. I'm going to aim at that guy. Yes, he like literally flies to the adversary. So that's awesome. I thought that path would be really good and enhance something that already seemed very powerful, and that's exactly what it did. So Feathered Fury is next. Like I said earlier, it just simply enhances what we just bought, and that's a scary thing to think about. 18s, 9 18s and a 70. So my count may be off, 1 or 2 18s there, but it's really significant damage is what matters. So Feathered Fury for 1280. Slicing Storm does increase damage. Unleash the full fury of the bird. Alright, sign me up. Let's get this and see what happens. We're gonna wait on that. Alright. So 32, 48, 54, Gust at 54, Freak 81. Let's just go ahead and get straight down to the point. There's one charged up, and we're going to pounce. It's almost Trap Shadow-esque, but it's almost like he's in a dash flight. Let's see what happens here. Again, 18 and 70 is what we had. Good lord. Okay, 18 became 25, which is plus 7. 9 times, that's an increase of 63 overall. 25 times 9, we're going to have what? 100, 200, 225, and then 100 for 325. Yeah. I'm actually thinking back on my math the other one. I might have said something really stupid. Was I up to 1,000 on that one? Yeah, 172 and then 70. Why did I have 1,000 in there? Okay, at least I caught this, I think. I mean, bear with me, it's 3:20 in the morning and I'm really tired. 18 times 9, that would be 90, and then 72. 162. Yeah. I don't know. Anyway, we went from 18 to 25 on each of the 9 hits. Again, an increase of 63, and then we went from 70 to 100, an increase of 30. So 63 and 30, 93. That is crazy numbers. There was 38 in there too. So apparently, I guess you can have crits on that. But pretty much, I mean, you're going to want to depend on the, 25. Just before we do the Soul Gem here, I nearly said Storm Gem. 32, 54, that's what we're going to call that. And we're going to come in here, that's his standard stuff, not what we just did with the combos. Soul Gem right here for the top side is called Storming Stormblades. Press Y to attack with more powerful Stormblades that deal extra lightning damage. So, again, this might actually impact, I guess, our combos. It could enhance it, but what we were concerned about, we were dealing 32 and 54. Let's take a look at it now. This is another reason to pick the Storm Focus path, because the Soul Gem ties in directly to the primary. Granted, now that I know what those combos are, really don't think you can go wrong with either one. Obviously, for the vast majority of people, this path right here is probably the way to go. Just simpler to execute and kind of benefit from. But you do have to charge it just like you do the Storm Focus charged Gigawatt, I think, which, I mean, that did 80 at a time. But 32 to 54 has now become 36. Okay, so that, jeez, 36, 54. I think the, what was it called, Charged Blades? No, Gale Slash went from 54 to 62. Those sheep would stay away. Yeah, so it went +8. Oh lord, ain't gonna unleash the combo there. Let's try the combo now. I'm thinking it might stay at the 25 and 100. Yeah, but we did have a 38 in there, so at least we kind of know that now. But 32 to 36, and then I guess 54 has become. It's kind of hard to say. 54, I think that stayed, so it was +4, but then on your kind of like initial combo when you unleash the Gale Force, or Gale Slash, I'm sorry, it's going to be +8 to 62. Again, my math might be totally skewed in this thing, but like I said, I am really tired and it's 3:20. So bottom line, I have the numbers on the video, so I'll go ahead and whatever's factual will be in the spreadsheet that I post to the blog. Which is again why you need to take that link at the top of the video description box. Anything I said here that was wrong, which there's a possibility that first math on the little purchase number 1 could be totally nutty, or I could just be remembering wrong. I don't really know, but whatever the case may be, whenever I come in and we actually finish things up and I'm editing and the video's rendering, I'll be crunching the numbers on a spreadsheet for you, so that'll be accurate. It'll be on the blog. I'll do my best to count, make sure it was like 9 hits at 18 or 25, things of that nature. So whatever I can collect and, you know, make that's like the most consistent and most, you know, solid basis for evaluations is what I'll put on the spreadsheet. So that said, that was Legendary Free Ranger down the Wind Slasher path. That path is absolutely nuts. If you're the type that, you know, you didn't really like the tertiary attack, take Wind Slasher. If you're the type that just needs, you know, whatever's going to put out the most damage and be the easiest to execute, take Wind Slasher. If you're like a newcomer to the series, my advice would be Wind Slasher. For those of you that, you know, you've got both Free Rangers, go ahead, take one of them down, Storm Focus. I think that's a great path too. I really do feel Storm Focus makes him more well-rounded. Wind Slasher is just like ridiculously powerful, so again, that's why I kind of advise it for like rookies, or, you know, maybe people that aren't really hardcore players but just need something to come in and maybe help you in nightmare mode or rack up high scores, etc. But nonetheless, if Tornado Thrower delivers like Wind Slasher, I will be one happy guy in the early morning hours. That said, I don't know. The bottom end wasn't quite as impressive to me personally. It's cool. Again, I'm a huge fan of weather, tornado buffs, everything like that, but lightning, thunderstorms in general. But just in terms of what it does in the game, I wasn't particularly impressed. I kind of had higher hopes for that than the top end, oddly enough. But nonetheless, I'm going to come in here. We'll make the next video for the Tornado Thrower path. If I'm alert and functional enough, we'll go ahead and do Boomjet. If not, I'll do him tomorrow. But nonetheless, this path was crazy awesome. I'll get the correct numbers up for you in the blog post if they weren't in the video. But again, you can't go wrong with this path. If you're looking for a challenge, my advice would be Storm Focus. I'll have all that up on the blog for you as well. But I got to go spit this gum out. It's starting to bother me, and it's not keeping me awake any better. Plus, I need to drink something, and I don't want to do that with gum. So, as always, thanks for watching. Make sure you're subscribed. That'll keep you up with all the latest. You can follow me on Twitter, like me on Facebook, circle me on Google+. Again, the blog, oneofwisdom.com. Tons and tons of Skylanders information. Probably going to be the most comprehensive guide for picking paths and damage numbers that the internet has ever seen. So hopefully that goes over well, and takes a lot of time, but I think in the end it's worth it. So it's kind of what drives me to get it done. And nonetheless, thanks again for watching, and we will be right back to finish upgrading our legendary Free Ranger.